In this video, in the playlist Inse Billier, I would like to ask from Ajay that given his background of active service with the combat arm and thereafter as a reporter for more than 2 decades, do you honestly, objectively feel and you have the satisfaction, that your reporting has made a difference, has contributed substantially in a particular direction?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and if my reporting over 23 years had not contributed at all, I should be worried. But the example I'll give you goes back to 2003. When the Americans were beginning to run into trouble in Baghdad and other places in Iraq, and then they asked India, which was then emerging as a US ally, almost certainly a defense partner, to take over the whole of northern Iraq, the security in the whole of northern Iraq, with 1 infantry division posted there, 20,000 troops. And this story came to my attention. I broke the story, but then the government, which had no sort of other choice really, said no, India always follows its independent foreign policy. They gave that routine sort of comment and then let the matter die down. But Prannoy Roy, who was sort of in charge of NDTV, who owned NDTV really in those days, was not happy with this situation. He said this needs to be investigated further. So he told me to get together with a suitable cameraman and travel to northern Iraq and conduct an opinion poll over there to find out what the Iraqi people thought of this idea of Indian troops coming over there. And to cut a long story short, we went over there, we polled more than 1,000 people, Iraqis, and the opinion was absolutely clear. They made it very clear that they did not want Indian troops or any other country's troops. They would accept a UN mandated force, but only for a limited duration, and that Iraq basically was an independent country dating back to well before Jesus Christ, and it had never sort of had troops in its presence. So we did the poll, we came back, we ran the story over several days, and the government eventually, Prime Minister Vajpayee, one of the wisest men you'll find, gave a clear diktat that India would not go into northern Iraq, and that has probably saved the lives of many, many Indian soldiers, given what happened with the other sort of countries and forces that went over.
That's wonderful. That's really significant. Thank you.